New at 6, reaction to my exclusive interview with Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost about Cincinnati's decision to decriminalize marijuana. Now, I spoke with Yost about that issue and many other topics today when we recorded This Week in Cincinnati. Cincinnati voted to decriminalize possession of less than 100 grams of marijuana, and there was no age limit on possession. Yost says under state law, you can't be arrested for possession of less than 100 grams anyway, and the maximum fine is $150.
It's kind of a red herring here, to be truthful with you.
So what would you say then to other communities who might be thinking of the same thing, or is this just political play?
This is political theater. They're pandering.
Councilman Jeff Pastor was the primary sponsor of the marijuana ordinance, along with Vice Mayor Chris Smitherin. Pastor told us that while he respects the Attorney General, he disagrees with him on this. And Pastor told us, quote, "We're certainly not pandering for any votes. This is a human issue. This is a righting a wrong issue." And you can see all of my interview with Attorney General Yost this Sunday at 11:30 a.m.
Well, meanwhile, Councilmember Pastor is confident this new ordinance will not encourage young kids to smoke weed. It is a concern, though, of some parents, as the ordinance has no age limit, as we mentioned. 9 on your side's Marielle Carbone explains how elected leaders are framing this.
For some council members who helped pass this ordinance, the intent was to stop the overcriminalization of marijuana. They say it's not to greenlight kids to go smoke, but some still fear that will be the result. The ability to carry up to 100 grams of marijuana at any age with no punishment. It's a new law in Cincinnati that some fear will encourage young teens to smoke weed.
Most definitely, especially if they find out there's no consequences or no punishment. I feel like they would just go out and be like, woohoo!
For Tony Quitter, she says it could have severe consequences.
The ones that are 16 and have their license, and you have a bunch of 16-year-olds on the road, stoned.
It could be laced with all types of things now. It's very scary in the sense that a child can get their hands on that and be using it and possibly be caught with it and not have a consequence.
Justin Berry is an addiction counselor with the Cincinnati Health Department and says marijuana can alter a young teen's mood.
They can notice a difference in their everyday life, from the way they think to what they think, the way they're processing things.
He says as the new ordinance goes into effect, parents shouldn't shy away from the topic.
As parents, just don't be scared. Just talk to your kids about all type of drugs, even alcohol. But I would just talk to them and educate them about, even though that you won't get in trouble for it, it's still not good for your body.
On Wednesday, Council Member Jeff Pastor said,
of course, we don't want young folks out here smoking marijuana.
And that the city will need to launch an education campaign for families. And I did speak to Pastor on the phone today. He says he doesn't believe this change will encourage kids to go smoke, but he says the responsibility still does bear on the parents to tell their kids not to use marijuana. Reporting from City Hall, Marielle Carbone, 9 on your side.